Hi. Uh, Today I'll be explaining genshin artifacts uh, for mostly like AR 30-ish level people, and like because at that point is where you start to wonder what is an artifact. I'm having weapons, and what is this artifact stuff, and what is it even used? Do I even need it? Do we? Is there any advantages of using it? Is there any advantage of choosing a particular artifact when compared to the others? Is there all these many questions you'll be having. And as a player, like I'm right now in AI 51 out of 60, and I started around 2.5, 3 months ago. And yeah, I had many questions. I came from Valorant. Like I was playing Valorant for 5 years and still crashing that. So I wanted to go in a game which has a bit of team building and values your time kind of thing. A lot of perspective changes were there. So I played Minecraft and Clash Royale as well. And with those in mind, I have never played a gacha game. Genshin Impact is a gacha game. There is a lot of luck in that. RNGs are there. I know what is RNG, but like that was run and gun for me, not this one. But anyways, uh, yeah, let's go. By the way, I'm not a pro YouTuber or something like that. It's just a new video, new channel. Mind me if there is some mic issues or editing issues or sanity, right? Anyways, I just like Genshin Impact and wants to contribute to the community. So yeah, you'll be having a team over here. Like by the way, I'm playing on PC. You should have maybe a mobile, or maybe if you're a mobile player, it's not much difference. Just the UI will be same. The interactions around. For me, this is an E ability, and it'll just be a button click for you. Nothing much. And my favorite characters of DPS. Shout out to Fisher. But anyways, back to the video. What is artifacts? If you go to the character menu page, you will find this place called as artifacts, and you are wondering what are these golden pieces that this guy is having. These are all 5-star artifacts. Some of them are 20, some of them are 4. Is that useful? Is that bad? Then this looks a bit bluish. What is this? Right. So artifacts. Broadly, you can classify them into 5 categories. Each artifact piece into flower, feather, sands of eon, or timepiece also you can say. This is called as a goblet and this is called as a circlet. What are these five, man? You just spoke some crazy words, right? Uh, I want to give you an analogy, right? How you can compare it in real life. So let's take this timepiece as an example. Energy recharge is the main stat. Defense, which nobody wants. Attack percent and element mastery, flat attack, water, all these flat attack percent, all these jargons. So this is what we call as a sands of eon or a ER stands or a timepiece. How do you see? How do you know it's a sands of eon? You can see over here under this golden era's prelude. It won't be golden era's prelude for everyone. It will be some other thing. But basically, near this lock button, if you see the left side, it will show what is this piece, sands of eon. You go over here, it shows this piece, circlet of logos, but we just call it circlet. It's basically a cap kind of a thing. So analogy, coming to the very analogy. Let's say there are different brands, right? Like you want to purchase a watch. Sans is basically a watch, and let's say you want to, in real life, you want to purchase a watch. You will be having options of brands. Should we buy a watch from Rolex? Should we buy it from a Titan brand or Sonata or whatever, right? Different brands will have different niche segments or effects on your status, right? Uh, if you buy a Rolex watch, you can buy for two things, either as an investment or either as a status symbol that this guy is having Rolex watch, man, is something rare. So same like that, you have here. We have something called as set pieces. So Golden Troop is a brand you can see, something like Rolex. Thundering Fury is like another brand, maybe Titan. And there are better brands, there are badder brands. That is always there. There are brands which no one uses. or very small people of set of people use those brands. That is also there. Uh, Maybe in current meta no one is using, maybe in the current status symbol no one is considering that as status symbol. So that kind of thing is there. Or there is Titan. Maybe brand loyalty for Tata, or many reasons are there for choosing a particular brand. Why do I choose Golden Troop? This is a set, by the way. And why do I choose the Golden Troop is because these have these bonuses. What is two-piece set? What is a four-piece set? And how do you get these bonus? I never understood in the first place when I was in Genshin Impact, and I'll teach you. So, if you have two-piece set, it says elemental skill damage 20% extra. And if you have four-piece set, you have elemental skill damage additional 25%. And when the character is not in the field, the character who threw the elemental damage is not in field, another 25% is increased. So basically 25, 25, 50, and another 20, which is 70%. Remember, if you have four-piece set, you not only get the four-piece set, two-piece set bonus is also considered. Right? What does two-piece, four-piece mean? You just told you will explain and didn't explain. So right now, if you see uh, of the same brand, right? Golden Troop, you consider it as a brand. You have, or this character is having, this is not a brand. If you see here, how do you find which product is which brands, right? I just showed this one. And here in the product description or the artifact description, you can see Golden Troop in bracket 4. Let me just remove the filter. Actually, there are many tons of stands, right? This is something called as Exile, the Exile. So this is an Exile is another brand. You can say this is Wanderer's Troop. This is another brand. Basically, you by while playing, you get to have many artifacts of different brands and different artifacts. And each brand will have five different products. One is a feather. They will create a feather. You will get a flower of that brand. You will get a goblet of the brand, and you will get a circlet of brand. While collecting, right? Either you farm for it or you just randomly investigate and you get a loot there. And one more thing is, not every artifact looks gold. There are also artifacts which are purple in color, and which even if you go blue and green will be there. Yeah, if you see this is a bit green, and okay, this is a bit blue, and this is green. What is this blue, green, purple, red, man? It's like you might ask. It's basically the rarity. I am having this. Okay, again the things are applied. Yeah, let's go back to the sands one. So the golden ones or the yellow ones are the five-star artifact, which is the utmost rarity in Genshin Impact. And if you go down, these purples are the one which are four-star. Where can you find how much star is it? Under the image, you can actually one, two, three, four count these stars over here. This is five-star, this is four-star, and there are three-star, and then there are two stars. I think one star is also there, but basically useless, right? Like there is a lot to unpack in artifacts, man. You have to focus a bit, like lock in right now with me, and I'm going to explain everything. So each brand has five artifacts that they give: flower, feather, sands or timepiece, goblet, and circlet. So flower is basically a flower you keep on your head, and feather is basically a feather. I don't know, they keep on it or something, or you just have it with you. Sands is basically a watch that the agent will carry, or a timepiece, right? You need to see the time. And goblet is basically a cup, for drinking purpose, not just alcohol, anything. Like we don't ask me if they carry a cup anywhere they go, but like yeah, ideally I guess they will carry. It's all a cup or a jug, you may see, kind of a thing. Circlet is basically a cap, like a cap that you put on top of your head. You can see over here an armor cap, river descent. So different brand have different styles of producing. That is also there, and so many complicated stuffs are there. Right? Stay with me. So each there are two pieces. One is the brand, and then Another is the stats for the piece. Having a golden troop, right? Having this particular piece, this particular set, right? All these same looking stuff will give you piece set bonus. So if you wear same set piece, so everything is looking the same design, right? Like, and if you see here, it will be for every piece that I move in, you will be seeing the golden troop, and then this golden knights bustle and golden troops reward. Everything is golden troop piece. For every piece that you have of the same type, you get this set bonus. It's either two set bonus or a four set bonus, and there are the advantages for each and every set bonuses, and you can min max based on this. Not min max, you won't be min maxing. So, one another important thing is you just got a new character. Like I'm having this crazy amount of characters, and there is this character called Faruzanaya, classic example. And you currently, I think, will have all the thing as exclamatory, which means nothing is filled out yet. Like it's all blank, nothing has been there. What can you do is just go click on this fast queue and then a queue. Instead of nothing, you at least have something right now. But is it ideal? Is it the optimal? I don't think so. What you can do is go to this button over here, artifact recommendation. So you can see here for this particular character and agent, what is the uh, artifact set or the brand artifact that people are using. Here you can see this is something called as emblem of Soviet fate, or basically it's an emblem. And they have their own two-piece set, they have their own four-piece set, and this is tenacity of Millicent. HP increases and some yeah support agent will have this. And this is basically how much usage the player base is having. And yeah, this you can get a recommendation of, and what is it? You can also put a filter of what do you have of that particular band right now, and yeah, you can choose from those. So this is an artifact set slash brand slash whatever two-piece set, four-piece set explanation. And next comes the RNG. So right now you never saw any RNG. What is the RNG? Right now nothing was there. For this particular brand, you'll or for this particular set, you will have these energy recharge 20 and this energy burst damage 25%. All these set bonuses are confirmed you will get. There is no RNG, there is no gacha here. Now the second part is where the gacha system comes. It's going to be a long video, I guess, but anyways, here goes it. The gacha system. Where is the gacha? Is for each and every piece that you get, the stat which is present here is totally random, right? Like let me explain it with the official or the gene. Yeah, gene. If you see my net problem, but if you see the gene over here, the artifacts, okay, the TPs. First, let me explain. Now, she is having a set called Maiden Beloved. Why am I using this set? It gives healing bonus. Healing. So she's an animo character. You can either put Viver Descent, which gives animo bonus and all, but like don't care about that. Her main use for my team is to heal my characters. And this set, if you see, gives me healing bonus, like more 15% if you have two piece. Heck, even if you have four piece, when you use your elemental skill or burst, all party members healing receipt will be 20% more. Like it's just giving me healing more and more, right? I want this set for this character. This is why I choose this set. And under this set also there are many products, right? Like a brand gives you, like let's say Yamaha is there. They produce keyboards, they produce bikes, they produce many other stuff. So exactly each and every set gives you a feather, a plume, a flower, yeah, sands, sorry, not here, a sands, goblet, and a circlet. So the gacha comes exactly at this place. When you finish a domain and get the artifacts, right, there is a main stat And for these to flower and bloom, right, they actually remain the same. It is always the HP is the main stat, and it is always the attack is the main stat, flat attack. Usually, flat attack, flat HP, and flat defense is a bit trash, and no one wants them in the artifacts. It's not that good for scaling, just to be noted. Yeah, and yeah, I'm probably not gonna edit this video. I'm just gonna put a crazy amount of chunk of knowledge together. But so there, you see, right? There are many different types of flowers of the same type. Why did I choose this and not some other thing? And mind you, you can also filter these and sort these. So basically, right now it's on news recommended. But you know what? I just don't care whatever the game is saying. I want to maximize everything for crit damage and crit rate and don't care about anything else. You can confirm it, and apparently, this comes first, and whatever I'm holding is not the optimal piece. Why? Because this piece has both crit damage and crit rate as a substat. Okay, what is a substat? Uh, Let me show it in the ER sense or yeah, ER sense. Man, this piece is a beautiful piece, man. It's crazy one. I'll just show it. Everything went like crit damage and attack person. I was super skeptical on this, it is an ER sense and I wanted energy recharge for my Jean because she costed 80 energy and she was not having a good uptime. And I wanted consistent heals and I was taking a gamble. Attack percent is needed. Crit damage, not a bad thing. HP and HP, I didn't want to get it. So I just had one shot, made it level 20. And yeah, okay. What is level 20? An artifact, a 5-star artifact can have a maximum level of 20. Right? Like let's say this is level 0. Where can you see level 0 or level 20? Under this thing you can see plus 20 plus 0. You can enhance this. This is a window. So I don't want to enhance this one, but okay, basically I'll just show you. Uh, okay, anyways, you can enhance a artifact from level 0 to level 20, just like you increase the level of weapon, just like you increase the level of character, but you don't need any essential materials, so be happy. But what you will need is a bunch of another set of artifacts. So you can use these low level artifacts to upgrade the high level artifacts. Heck, you can even use 5-star, I guess. Yeah, you can even put on a 5-star artifact to level up another 5-star. But God forsake, please don't do this shit. It's not advisable at the starting. Maybe you have at AR 60 like a bunch of 5-star and then you want to do that, you can do that, but like don't do that. Ideally, you should be using this sanctifying essence and sanctifying unction to level up it. So every 4 levels you increase, right? Every 4 levels you increase for an artifact. You can see here it's +3 and no, nothing is there. And let's say +4. You can just auto enhance it next year. And you need Mora and artifact XP for this. And trust me, it is very costly to upgrade an artifact 0 to level 20. Most people stop it at level 12 at starting to just see the potential of the artifacts. +4, +8, you can do it. And you can just enhance it and activate a minor affix. So, as you see, HP 4.7% has been revealed. And let's say we want to upgrade it more, right? Uh, Actually, let me find a piece. Yeah, this is good. Uh, Actually, I might actually upgrade this. These are the four liner. Okay, it's a four-liner also. So an artifact, the gacha system gives you a main stat as attack percent or whatever ER, EM, energy recharge, element mastery, or many things, and a bunch of substats. Okay, and you can actually go and increase the levels. What is the usefulness of increasing is like now that I've increased plus 8, it's basically oh shit. Okay. If you increase 8 times, right, you get two minor effects. So it has a possibility. So this minor effects is substat is not fixed. As you level up the characters or the as you level up the artifacts, this attack 7% goes to 22% attack, and any of these two, you will be receiving a buff. Let's say, and this is purely on gacha. So okay, actually, I think I did plus 12, and yeah, I got a buff from 5.2 to 9.7 in energy recharge, and crit damage went from 7% to 14% crit damage, and these two are good, and this HP percent is not ideal, it just goes from 4.7 to 10.5. The buff is good, like I mean the 4.7 to 10.5 is good, but the stat in itself, right? The HP percent is not something that we want to increase. So yeah, what to prioritize? Okay, another thing. Let's say you chose the brand and you want to see what stat is good for my character. It will show it in white, or you can also see it in this window. Artifact recommendation, and there will be a bunch of minor artifacts, minor affix or the substats, as we call, will be preferred, and there will be main stats. And what are these main stats? So, as you saw, the flower and the feather, they have a flat attack and a flat HP as their main stat. When it comes to the timepiece or the sands, the goblet and the circlet, there is again a gacha. You may like it or not, but there is a gacha. You have a option of whether it to be rolling it as an attack percent. It can be an ER as the main stat. It can have attack person as the main stat. Heck, you can even have HP person as the main stat. You might not want that, but you will get that. Why did I lock this if I don't like this? Because the substats are good. Attack person, crit damage, and recharge is particularly good for Gene, so I just had it. And but guys, if you have this defense percent as the main stat, please just throw it out. It's super garbage. And also make sure if you find a good piece, make sure to press this lock button. Right, like you have to lock it. And I'm just improving it and starring it also because it's a good piece. But yeah, if you lock it, where will it be helpful is uh, when you enhance it. And when you auto add it, these pieces are unlocked. All the locked pieces won't be coming here. If we are from a gacha game, like say solo leveling, or from a gacha, you would be like, this is basics, bro. What are you telling? But trust me, these are not basics for people like me who came from Valorant and stuff. So yeah, that is artifacts. Sorry, and yeah, you also need to have a good weapon so that it also complements in your attack or the character's usefulness. For me, Jean scales her HP or healing based on her attack. And if I put a Favonius sword, the attack person would just go and the healing won't be that great. You get it right. In the attributes, if you go the energy recharge, for me it was around 110 or something. And then this piece, right? One example of where it is useful is this timepiece, which I made it AR, not the AR 20, the artifact level 20. This energy recharge, this one piece, right? Like if I change it from this artifact to this artifact, I lose out on 51 energy recharge. I'm sure you know what is energy recharge. If not, there will be another many videos that you can see. Energy recharge is basically your ult, right? The ultimate ability to not the skill one, the burst, elemental burst, or the ultimate ability, which we call that uptime, right? Like how fast you can use that. That is based on the energy that you get, and that will be multiplied. Energy recharge is needed for that. So the more the energy recharge, the more times you can basically alt use your alt ability. And why is this used is that for my gene, right? It is basically needed, how many times can I alt it? So anybody who is in this circle will be able to heal. Anybody who was there in my party while I altered will also get healed. And yeah, basically that is the thing. Right now, my focus is on of DPS characters, and any character or any team that you create, you would be needing three of DPS guys and one on DPS on field guy. And I love of DPS characters. If you see itself, you can see Fischl is there. She can just, so this is an Oz that just throws in damage. And Zhang okay. Xinkyu is there. He just, his ult is an off-field guy. He just, throws in water knives. And our famous jungling, she just throws Boba or Goba and it just beats. And the main off-field thing is Pyronado, legendary no ICD guy. So if you see for Pyronado, right, her energy recharge is what we need. And the set that I've used is emblem. Emblem gives you energy recharge. And why am I using energy recharge? Because if you go to our talents, Pyronado skill description, you can see the energy cost is 80, which is like huge, right? You need some battery or some huge energy recharge. That's why I'm having Favonius lands, which is another secondary stat is energy recharge, and description also is energy recharge, and the artifacts also the set is energy recharge, and I think the sands also I'm having energy recharge again. So if you see the attributes part, she would be having 193%, which is needed for her Pyronado uptime, right? Especially that there is no Bennett over here. So that is the thing, and so the set piece bonuses, there is no gacha. Again, recapping it, there is no gacha that this golden troop will give you elemental skill damage plus 20, but the gacha is in the main stat and the substat for these three, and for these two, feather and flower, the main stat there is no gacha. That's a constant thing. Substat is where every gacha is, and it so the RNG level is not just I got crit damage, so I'm lucky. It is even the percentage that you get. Let's say crit damage you got, but it's just 3.5 or 4.5%. So even 6.2 might be less, right? Like that might be even be crit damage plus 7% as a roll. So those kind of things are also there, but that is more into min maxing. If you're in just AR level 30, just chill right now and choose the optimal set over here. You can just see artifact recommendation. What is the people using for the character and whatever the stats they are using. That's the recap. And my God, 29 minutes. Anyways, back to my video. Yeah. So that's it for artifacts. What is artifacts? What should I do? Um, I get it might be a bit boring. I'm not a pro deviator. But yeah, the knowledge will be useful for you guys, and see you in the next video if something comes up. Peace.